What is up, guys? We are back on the Regal XO, and I am taking her to the Boatyard to get the bottom work done. If you remember, a couple months back, I took the Meridian all the way up the Cruisin River to do the bottom paint, scrape off all the barnacle, and do some work on her. Well, this time, I thankfully won't have to do that. We found a boatyard here in Cape Coral, Port 32, that is going to take the boat, pull it up on a lift, and do the bottom work for us. So, and it wasn't that expensive. It's relatively reasonably priced at what they say is $2,000 to haul the boat, pressure wash it, clean it up, replace the zincs, and give it 2 coats of fresh bottom paint, Micron CSC. So we're looking forward to see how that looks. The boat currently has white ablative bottom paint on it, which, don't ask me why the prior owner put white bottom paint on a boat. I didn't even know they make white bottom paint. But when you keep the boat in the water for any length of time, that white looks horrible. You start getting growth on it, even though it's ablative, and you still get like moss and green growth on it. So we're going to be heading up the Cruisin here a little bit. It's only like, once I get out of the canals here, it's only about a half an hour drive up to Port 32 Walker Marine. And we'll pull up there. They're going to pull it out with a forklift, which should be interesting. Just slip it under the boat and lift it up. And they're going to be doing all the work. I don't have to really do anything except write the check. So it's definitely worth it, I think, for the $2,000 as opposed for me driving it somewhere and trying to find a do-it-yourself boatyard to do the work myself. So they seem like a reputable place, and they use Micron CSC, which is one of the top paints you could use, ablative paints here in Southwest Florida. And we're looking forward to how that works out. It should only take about a week. So we're going to have some time off from this boat and making some trips on the Meridian. Looking forward to that too. Okay, here we go. All right, we're almost there. I need to take down this bimini top because we got a low bridge we have to go under. So I'll show you how I do that. So this arch here on the Regal XO is what they call a power tower, which means with a flick of a switch, it pivots forward. But to get the really lower height for that low bridge, I need to collapse this, which is super easy. Pull a pin out of here. There's one on the other side. It's going to be hard to do this holding the camera, but you lift this up. There's a pin here. You push the pin in there, slide it up. It locks into the pin up there, the hole I should say. And then you store it like that. We'll do the same thing for this side. Okay, so now once that pole is stored, you could fold this piece forward. Just like that. And now, just by the push of a button, I can get the arch to come down. And I shouldn't need more than that. You can collapse this front brow by undoing these poles here, and then that'll fold in, but I'm not going to need it for this bridge, so I don't even think I got to go this far down. But that's how it works. I'm going to have to lower this antenna also. we don't want to lose that under the bridge. Just fold that forward. Okay, now we're set to go under the bridge. So we just went under the Cape Coral Bridge, going east on the Cruisin River, and as soon as you go under the bridge, you hang a left, and that's the channel that goes into where the Port 32 marina is. Pretty nice little ride. It's not too long, it's only about 10 minutes. Now, I don't recall the name of this canal here that goes back to Port 32, but what's pretty unique about it is you see all these bubbles. There's a line of bubbles there. That's not just waves, that's an actual air pump pumping bubbles under the water. You'll see it as we get closer. It stretches from the seawall there all the way across the seawall there. Let me check this out when we go over it. So there's an air hose that's underwater pumping that water up. And the reason for that is to keep the algae from coming into the canal. It sort of creates a barrier. You can see how the bubbles stay on the far side of it, at least during relatively calm winds and water and tides. It keeps that out, so it keeps the canals a lot cleaner. And just past the bubbles, you see this construction going on here. They're going to be building a waterfront food truck park with docks all along here. So construction's underway, but this whole park here is going to be a place you could pull up with your boat, and there'll be food trucks in the parking lot just up here. And you can go up, get some food, something to eat, something to drink. And I believe it's free docking, you know, day docking at least, when it's all said and done. I'm sure we'll be back here. We just need to meander through the canals a little bit to get our way to the marina. We'll be making a left at this next canal, and you can see the bridge a little further up the canal there. Regal. So this marina, Port 32, we're going to is actually a Regal dealer. I saw a few Regal 26 XOs, brand new, still with the shrink wrap on them, sitting in the parking lot last time I was here. So that's good to know that we can get here and get service done by a reputable dealer. There's the bridge up ahead. That's Del Prado Boulevard, Cape Coral. And just before the bridge, there is a restaurant on the right where you could take your boat to. It's called Monarca's Restaurant. It's a Mexican place. Really nice, authentic Mexican food in there. And right at the restaurant also, right on the dock, are you'll see the two tiki boats. That's Cruisin Tikis Cape Coral. Fun time on the tiki boats. You may have seen a video I did a while back for my friend's birthday where we had a couple of those rented. And you see the docks there for the restaurant. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. It's always a little nerve-wracking going under a bridge though. Oh, here we have Port 32 on the left. This is where we're going. And I don't know if we'll be able to see it, but there's some Regals up there with the two little bow thrusters. All right, let me see. I'm gonna pull this bad boy in. All right, we got tied up. We'll go check in at the office. All right, they're gonna take her out in a little bit, so I'm done here. I will come back tomorrow to check up on her.